welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips on how to install your box braids as a beginner faster. So this week is going to be dedicated to box braids, so I'm going to be giving you some box braid videos back to back. Today's video, as I stated, will be tips on how to install your box braids faster. I also will be giving you guys a video on how I prepare my hair for box braids and how I'm going to maintain the box braids and my scalp and everything like that, because you guys know I have scalp eczema and this scalp, flake city. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys this week. But if you're interested in how to install box braids faster, because I was able to do mine in 5.5 hours, probably could have took me 4 hours with one of the tips that I'm going to share with you guys later. So if you're interested in how to install your box braids faster as a beginner, keep on watching. Okay, so my first tip is to learn a box braid technique and practice it. So I'm going to share with you guys 2 videos that I watched. I definitely watched way more, but I'm going to share with you guys 2 videos where one person pretty much shows you all the techniques out there in installing box braids, plus how to grip at the root and things like that. So I'm going to share with you guys those 2 videos. Watch those videos, figure out which technique it's better for you. Whatever technique that you learn that will be the quickest way for you to put the box braids in your hair, go with that technique, and then buy like 1 pack of hair and just practice like 1 weekend, just practice installing the box braids into your hair, so that when it comes time for you to actually install your box braid, you'll have the technique down. I definitely did that the first time I installed my box braids, but I don't feel like I practiced enough. So after doing my box braids myself for the first time and then installing these box braids, I was definitely able to master the technique better, and I didn't have problems with the hair like slipping and everything like that and having to restart my braid. So I used the 2-stranded method. The videos that I included there, she includes how to do the 3-stranded method, 2-stranded method. She does show you the rubber band method, a crochet method. So there are so many different methods that you can use to install box braids. Learn a method, whatever method you feel that you could do the fastest, do that method, and then you'll be ready to install your box braids. So my second tip, guys, is to buy pre-stretched hair. It will save you so much time versus buying the hair where you have to stretch it yourself, because in order to get the ends tapered like this, you have to stretch the hair. If you get the if you get the braid in hair that isn't pre-stretched, you're going to have to stretch it because it will be blunt at the end, and you cannot braid down to the ends of that. Your braids will literally unravel if you try to braid to a blunt end. So you definitely want to stretch the hair. So if you do find the hair that you like and it's not in a pre-stretched form, I would suggest buying the hair and pre-stretching it prior to actually installing your braids. So say you want to install your braids on the weekend, during the week pre-stretch that hair, so when it's time for you to install your braids, I cannot talk. So when it's time for you to install your braids, you'll have the hair already pre-stretched, and you can save yourself so much time, because stretching your hair while you're braiding is just going to take up time, and you want to get the braids in your hair in the quickest amount of time possible. So pre-stretch your hair prior, or buy pre-stretched hair. Tip 3 is to choose the braid size that you want to install in your hair. So if you want to do small braids, just know that the smaller the braids, the longer it's going to take for you to get the braids in your hair. If you decide to do medium or jumbo size braids, they're going to take up shorter amount of time. So just choose what size that you want to put in your hair, and just get prepared for the amount of time that's going to take you to install the braids. Again, smaller braids are going to take more time. Bigger braids are going to take less time. So if you're someone who just doesn't want to spend so much time on your hair, I would choose a larger size braid. And that way, like, the large braids may last you like 2 weeks or so, but you can easily install them again because they don't take that much time to actually install. So just choose the braid size prior so that you can mentally prepare yourself for how long it's going to be taking you to actually install the braids. So tip 4 is to part your hair prior to installing your braids. So this will save you so much time, especially if you're someone like me who is not great at parting. You definitely want to do this, because parting your hair as you're installing your braids is going to take you so much more time, because you're going to be trying to get the part straight as possible, and it's going to be frustrating. So definitely part your hair prior and have your hair just ready to install the braids. You can do this like the day before, or like the night before you are ready to install your braids, and you can have your hair ready. So that's pretty much what I did. I parted my hair out prior to actually installing the braids. I used rubber bands to keep the sections, you know, together, and then I just took the rubber bands out because I didn't want to do like the rubber band method on my hair. So yeah, so I parted my hair. Another tip I will give you is if you have two mirrors, so if you have a like standing mirror and like you can use like your bathroom mirror, put those mirrors together, and that way you'll be able to part your hair even faster. It took me actually longer to part my hair. It took me about an hour and a half because I didn't have a two mirror situation. I had to hold like a mirror up. I had to part my hair, hold the mirror, see if it was straight, put the mirror down, try to fix it, look again. So if you have a two mirror situation, definitely go with that. Unless you're someone who knows how to part great, then just go ahead and part your hair as you're braiding your hair. But if you're not, pre-part your hair, it'll save you so much time. So tip 5 is to section your braiding hair. So you know how, I don't know if you guys watch any videos yet of people installing box braids, but some people have like the little wooden little I guess it's like yarn holders or thread holders or something like that. I'll throw a picture up so you guys can see. If you guys get one of those, you can have the hair ready and section. What I did was I just used the back of one of my chairs and I just sectioned all the braiding hair so that I could just grab a piece of hair and install it, grab a piece of hair and install it, and then, you know, section some more out versus taking the entire pack of hair, pulling one piece off, braiding it, picking that section, you know, picking all that hair back up, pulling another piece out and braiding my hair. If you already pre-sectioned the hair, it'll just pretty much save you so much time, and you won't have to constantly have to pick up the bulk of the hair. You'll just be able to grab and go. So if you can pre-section your hair, do it. If you could buy the little wooden thread holder, do that as well. That'll save you so much time. You'll have your hair ready and you'll be good to go. So my last tip, which is tip 6, is to plait your hair or braid your hair in a direction that you move the fastest. And what I mean by that is, if you're someone who braids overhanded faster, which means you braid this way, kind of like forward, then braid in that direction. If you're someone who braids underhanded and your fingers move like back, braid in that direction. If you're someone who is natural and you have done braid outs, then you know which way, you know, which method you use to plait your hair the fastest. Use that when installing your box braids. It definitely saves you so much time. I wasted time because how my hands were. I was installing my braids underhanded. I moved faster overhanded, and I realized that once I got to this section, I was able to install it overhanded, and I was like going through the braids like that. So whatever way that you braid the fastest, use that method, and you should be able to install your braids in a much faster time. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope these tips are helpful. If you end up using any of these tips, let me know in the comments down below. If you also are new to braiding your hair, or if you're someone who's more, you know, advanced and you just happen to watch this video, share some tips down below for first time beginners as well, so they can, you know, install their braids in a faster amount of time. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I think I said that already. I'm mumbling and rumbling and rumbling. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you stay positive and always smile. Don't forget to subscribe. But I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.